All right, looks like we are good to go. I got the thumbs up from my trusty co-host Vashti, who just volunteers her time just selflessly, which a lot of people on this team do, and you're going to find that out as we go through this presentation. There are a lot of people on this team who you may have met already, who just go out of their way to help just because it's the right thing to do, and that's why I'm really, really excited about not just what we're doing, but who we're doing it with, because it really, really matters, who you decide to partner with when you are getting started in any sort of, business. It matters who you're getting started with because you want to make sure that it's people that you can. I always say that I want to work with people. I want to build businesses with people that I would love to be stranded on a desert island with, or that I would love to be taking vacations with, people that I would love to hang out and go to dinner with and do fun things with. And that's exactly what we have here. So if that's what you're looking for, you're definitely in the right spot. But you may have come to this presentation because you saw a headline sort of similar to the one that you're seeing here. Maybe not exactly, but how to create a walkaway residual income in 12 months or less with a revolutionary new business model that just costs just 33 cents per day. And that may seem like, a big, bold claim, and it is. But it's absolutely true. And I'm going to show you some things as we go through this presentation to show you that it's absolutely true, to give you some numbers as to what we're doing. And so you can actually see and hear what we're doing for yourself. And you can see that this isn't just hype. It isn't just a bold claim. I don't like to just shout out a bunch of hype that hasn't been done. Everything that you are going to see here has already been done. And in fact, I couldn't even say some of the things I'm going to say in this presentation legally if we hadn't already done it, if it hadn't already been vetted by the company and verified by the company. And so what you're going to see here are real numbers, real results, and just some of the real fun that we've been having here for a little bit. But I do want you to put your wallet away. I know sometimes you come to these presentations and you're like, oh, they're going to do some sort of fake training for 30 or 40 minutes, and then they're going to try to sell us something for $1,000 at the end. That's not how this is going to go. I'm just going to show you something really, really exciting, really fun that we are doing to build a business here. And if you want to do it with us, you can. If not, no big deal. But I want you to sit back, relax, just enjoy the presentation. In fact, at the end of this presentation and during this presentation, I'm going to give you the opportunity to take a look at the inside of what we're doing absolutely free, so you can decide for yourself if this is something that you want to do. And I'll even let the cat out of the bag right now. If you do decide to get started with us, it's a one-time ever $40 fee and then $9.95 a month. That's it. And so there's nothing to wait for. There's no $1,000 offer at the end of the presentation. It's going to cost you hundreds of dollars a month to keep going. That is what we've got. And again, you can take a look at it for free as long as you want to. And we'll tell you how to do that as we go through this presentation. But I wanted to let you know why we're here as a team. We are the Job Free Revolution, but it doesn't mean that we're lazy and we don't want to work. It means that we believe that you can make more while working less. And if you can do that, you should. And we also believe that work should be meaningful. It should be purposeful. We should be producing an income in a way that exponentially increases our time and freedom, so that we can serve the people that we want to serve and be in the communities and serve the communities and serve the causes that we want to serve. We should be doing things, the things that we love the most with the people that we love the most. And again, just serving those people, communities, and causes that speak to our hearts and that actually have us getting up and out of bed and excited, because we're not here to just, wake up and work and eat and sleep and repeat. It's not okay. We've been fed this sort of lie our entire lives that, life is just this: go to school, get a job, and then you're going to wake, work, eat, sleep, repeat for the rest of your life until you retire. Then it's going to be roses and rainbows for 20 years, and then we're going to die. That's not why we're here. We don't believe that we're just supposed to be here to be buying houses that we only sleep in, or to be building families that we never see, or to be putting our hopes and dreams on hold for some future retirement date that, to be honest, it never happens. It's why you see people later and later in life who are working and taking on jobs and trying to take on careers because they can't retire. Even if they wanted to retire, it's just the system hasn't, it doesn't work that we can just retire and move to the golf course or wherever you want to go, to the beaches of the world, and just be fine for the rest of our lives. That's not how it works. And we are here to to tell you that it's not okay to believe that, it's not okay to live that, because you were absolutely meant for more. You're absolutely meant to do more. You're absolutely meant to have more, to be more, and to absolutely give more. Now, I believe personally that I was at a point in my life where I was trying to build businesses, and I'd been building businesses successfully for well over a decade at this point, but wanted to build for a bigger reason. Like I said, as we start building a business, usually it's for a selfish reason. When I first got started, I just gotten let go from my job 3 weeks before Christmas. I had a 9-month-old. My daughter was 9 months old. My wife was already pregnant with my son. And so, we were building a family. I got let go from my job 3 weeks before Christmas. But what it allowed me to do is to spend time with my daughter at home, and, just do all of the things and participate in all of the things that when you're at work, you don't really realize that you're missing. And as soon as I knew what I was missing on a daily basis, I made a commitment that I never wanted to have to leave that again. And so, being let go from my job 3 weeks before Christmas was absolutely one of the biggest blessings in my life, because I got to realize what I was missing. And I got to make that commitment that I wanted to build a business in a way that I could be home with my family, with my children, with my friends, and, doing the things that I wanted to do with my life. And so originally, it was pretty selfish. It was a selfish, I just wanted to be home for my family, right? But as I grew, and I wanted to do more, and I wanted to give more, and I wanted to be more. I asked God one day, why am I building businesses? And what He laid on my heart was Galatians 5:13, which is, you are called free, but not free just to serve yourself. You're called free to serve others in love. And so, what I have, made it my mission, my point, to be doing with the rest of my life, at least for now, is to help people get free, to use the freedom that I've been blessed to have, the skills, the tools, the resources, the talents, the treasures that I've been blessed with, to help others get free, to do whatever it is that you are called to do with your life. We are all here to do, different things for different people. And I want to make sure that you have the opportunity to do it, because it doesn't matter what you believe in. If you believe in God, if you believe in the universe, if you believe in aliens in outer space, it doesn't really matter to me. At some point in your life, here's what I know: you're going to feel a calling to do something more with your life. And I want you to be in a place where you have the finances, where you have the time, where you have the freedom to actually do what it is that's calling to your heart. And so I want you to think about for just a minute, as we go through this, why are you here? What lights a fire under you? And why are you really here? And again, it doesn't matter if it could just be for you. It could just be that you are sick and tired of going to that job every day, and that, that there's more. It could be that you want to go golfing more. It could be that you want to be with your children more, spend more time with your spouse, your loved ones. It could be anything at all. It could be something as big as, creating impact all around the world. But whatever it is, why you're here is going to fuel the rest of what you do. Because I was actually having a conversation with somebody today, a really, really amazing woman named Pam. And, what we were talking about was, sort of an urgency in our lives and an urgency in our business. And at some point in your life, if you don't have an urgency to do something more, to be something more, to give something more, then you're never really going to be able to build something in a way that's going to give you the time, freedom, resources that you need to really do much at all. There's got to be an urgency. There's got to be something that wakes you up, that keeps you excited, that makes you want to do the things that you've got to do to build a business, even when you don't feel like it. And I had a conversation with Pam today, and it was like, I woke up today, and to be honest, I didn't feel like doing much. I didn't feel like working out. I didn't feel like working. I didn't feel like doing a whole lot of anything at all. But there's this urgency to my life where I know that if I'm not taking care of myself, if I'm not taking care of my business, if I'm not taking care of my family, then some other person or some other group of people outside of my family, outside of, maybe even people that I know, is at some point going to suffer because I didn't become, all that I was supposed to become. And so for me, that's my sense of urgency, that I'm called to do more for more people. And it doesn't matter what your sense of urgency is, but you've got to have it if you want to do, great things with your life. And I am a little bit stuck here in the slide. Here we go. So here's the exciting part. We're going to get to all the exciting stuff now. Would it be okay if I showed you a done-for-you solution that even a newbie could step into right now and see results? That was already right now today creating at least 5,000 brand new paychecks a week. That was right now producing at least 2 brand new 6-figure earners every single week. We've been averaging that since February when I got here. And that recently helped a homeless man make a nearly $100,000 income in a single month in less than 6 months. And he did it from a government phone, started actually at a shelter using a shelter computer, has since, moved on, from that, obviously. But in 6 months was able to do that. And we've been able to do all of those things at a total cost of only 33 cents per day. Remember, I told you it was going to be one time $40 one time ever, and then $9.95 a month, which is 33 cents a day to have a business that can do all of the stuff that I just mentioned. All right, so I do want to give you an easy button, but I don't want you to just take my word for it. All of that stuff that I said below or above in the slide is that though it's verifiably true. Again, I can't make the statements that I'm making legally if it isn't verified numbers from the company. So every single number that I'm going to give you over the next 30 seconds here is going to be a verifiable number that's already happened inside of this company. And remember, it's only 33 cents a day. And remember, we've only been doing this for a maximum of 6 months. And most of us in this group have only been here for about 4 months. And so, Jenny has already created $2,000. We've got Jessa, who's done $3,000. Amar has done $5,000. Kevin Johnson has already done $25,000. And I might just have to stop sharing here, guys, because it's going way too slow right now. What I'm going to do, team, is I am going to stop my share, and you're going to have to look at my mug while I look at some of these slides as we go through the presentation. So Kevin has done 25,000. Ryan has done 3,000. And if you can't see these, I do apologize. Rob Four, a member of our team, created a $10,100 income in 100 days, which is absolutely incredible. Mohit did $25,000. Christopher Hopkins is a member of our community, and he actually created $50,000. But I want you to hear his story. Christopher Hopkins, he came here, he started building a business. He made, $30,000 or $40,000 or something like that. And then he fell ill. He went into the hospital, and he actually couldn't work at all for a couple of months. And he's actually still in the process of getting better right now. We do hear from him, and he's doing well, and he's recovering. But he's been doing over 5 figures a month over the course of those, 60 and going on 90 days here from a hospital bed, even though he hasn't been able to work. His team has been growing, his income has been growing, and we're going to talk about why that's important as we go through this presentation. But I want you to think about, if something happened in your life, and things happen all the time. We never really know where life is going to take us or what's going to happen. But what if you lost your job? How long could you last? How long could you pay bills? How long could your family survive? What could you, how long could you support yourself even? Most people statistically are 1 to 2 paychecks away from absolutely being broke, from having to claim bankruptcy, from losing everything. Now imagine having to be away from, your work, from your job, from however you make money for 30 days, 60 days, 90 days. What would happen? Well, for Christopher, his income actually grew, and he's been making steadily over $10,000, even when he's completely absent from his business. So really, really amazing. We've got Cornelius, who's done over 50,000 so far. Edward has done over 40,000. Fernan has done over 40,000. Kelly did over 80,000. And this is the guy. I'm going to try to share my screen with you guys because I want you to see some of this stuff. This one especially. And so let me go back to, all right. Vashti, can I get a thumbs up if you guys are seeing my screen? Awesome. And so this is Tim Miller. And Tim Miller, about 6 months ago now, was completely broke. He was homeless. He was actually in a shelter and working from a government phone and on and off on a. He got access to a computer every now and then in a shelter. Started building his business from there. In 5 months, he was able to build a business that paid him nearly $100,000 in a single month. This was a man who was homeless, who was working off a government phone, who was working, from a shelter, moved eventually into a sister's home and has since moved out of there. But in 5 months, is able to create a $100,000 income, and and in his own words, his life made a complete 180. And so he said, "Stop wasting time and start today." And I fully agree. When you see something like that, it seems almost crazy, but I want you guys to remember that it kind of is crazy. This is a 33 cents per day business. We are seeing over 5,000 brand new paychecks every single week. That means 5,000 brand new people are getting paid that weren't getting paid the week before. Since February, we were averaging 2 brand new 6-figure earners every single week on a 33 cents per day business opportunity, which is really, really great. And so I want to introduce you to LiveGood. LiveGood is the way we've been doing this. It's the business. It's a brand new business model. We're going to talk about that as we go. I do want to share with you 10 ways, though, that LiveGood can help you escape your job or whatever it is that you are trying to escape. At the job free revolution, it's kind of like the first step in being free to be able to do whatever it is that you want to do, is at least being job optional. If you love your job, nobody wants you to leave your job if you love your job. But if you could make more in less time and actually have the time and the freedom to do lots of other things and serve lots of other people, communities, and causes, if you didn't have to be at that job every day, wouldn't you want to do that? And I'll talk about why I don't necessarily think that LiveGood is even network marketing, but most of the companies in this industry are creating products for about $8 to $12, and then they are charging $100, $150, even $200, and most times like $500 or $1,000 to get what's called a starter pack or beginner pack, whatever they want to call it. Enterprise pack sometimes to get going in a business. The reason why they make you buy those big packages up front is because most people in most companies are gone in less than 3 months. The average stick rate in this type of business for most companies is 2.8 months. We have here at LiveGood, because of what we're doing here, because we don't have auto ships, because we're not overcharging for products, because we're actually allowing people to get things they already have for less, and I'll talk about that more as we go, people are staying at a 96% stick rate. Everybody who comes into this company, 96% of those people stick around because of what we're doing, because it's actually less money to be here than if you're not here. And that's what Ben is talking about. It's crazy that if in the normal world, if it worked like these typical network marketing companies, can you imagine paying, $47 or $67 for a cheeseburger just so your friend Bill could make 20 or 30 bucks on it? It's absolutely crazy and it makes no sense. But network marketing companies have been doing it since the beginning of network marketing. It makes absolutely no sense. But that is why LiveGood is here. And I'm going to show you over the course of this presentation why people are saying, yes, this is exactly what we've been looking for a long, long time. And I'm going to tell you the one metric that you can measure if I want you to stick around for this, even if you're not interested, there's one metric that you can measure. Number one was mission. Number two is having a done for you business. In today's day and age, it doesn't make sense to, be the person who's doing all of the building of products and services and handling merchant accounts and, having to, run all these different sort of ads and do products and do customer service and all this sort of stuff. In today's day and age, you can have all of the hard, techie, time-consuming, and expensive stuff, done for you, and you absolutely should. And this is a realization that took me from, struggling when I first got started and trying to build businesses, because after I got let go from my job that first year, I actually made over $100,000 in my business. But up until that point, I had actually been struggling to build a business because I was doing it the wrong way. I was trying to do everything all by myself. I was trying to, build the products, build the websites, build the sales funnels, do the merchant accounts, handle customer service, do a gazillion different things that I didn't know how to do, until I ran into this guy named Darren Gaudry. And Darren Gaudry was running what he called a freedom business or a lifestyle business, where he was plugging into done for you systems, done for you businesses, and just doing a couple of things on a daily basis to build that business, to bring people to that business, to just bring people to presentations just like this. And then all of the hard, techy, time consuming, expensive stuff was done for him. And that's what I wanted to do. And when I stepped into that model and stepped out of the other one, I went from being $50,000 in debt to creating over $100,000 that very first year of building my business. And so thing number two is a done for you business. And what I want you to know is, in a business like LiveGood, where it's built on leverage, where it's built on teams, where it's built on us helping each other build the business. We are a community of people. I actually like to call this, like a pay it forward model or a community model, because we are building a business together. As I build, it helps my team. As my team build, it helps me. And there's this synergy, right? We're all building together. And as we build it, it could help dozens of people. It could help hundreds of people. It could help thousands of people. It could help untold numbers of people every time you build your business or I build my business, because we're building as a community. And I'll get into that in a minute. But what that boils down to is, when you win, we actually win. Because as your business builds and as you build a successful business, our business becomes more successful as a result. And so we want you to win at the highest level possible. So what we've done is, on top of the already done for you stuff that LiveGood does, all of the websites are done, products are done, customer service is done, shipping is done, merchant accounts is done, payments is done, all of the hard, techy, time consuming stuff is done. We wanted to do even more for you, because as a part of this Job Free Revolution team, you actually have special access to people like myself, and lots of people who have been doing this for decades. And so you get to borrow from our skills, our tools, our talents, our resources, because we are just giving everything that we know, everything that we do, everything that we create. We want to give to the team, because we know that when the team succeeds, we all succeed at a higher and a faster level. So we've got done for you, LiveGood funnels, and pages and presentations just like the one you're on now. We've got, done for you training that will train not only you, but your team as they come in to build this business. We've got different strategies, different tactics, different techniques, different ways to build your business. No matter how you want to build your business, we can show you how to do it and show your team how to do it. So you don't have to, turn into, start building a business and then you're like, oh no, I've got to be the guru. I've got to show all these people how to build a business, and I'm just learning myself. No, let us do that for you, because some of us in here have been doing that for decades, and we can show you how to do it. We can show them how to do it. We've got, sign up producing emails and follow-up campaigns and swipe copy and ads and all sorts of stuff that you can use to build your business. As a matter of fact, you may have gotten an email or seen a post on social media that was actually done for the person who did it. All they had to do was copy and paste that post or that email, and then their job was basically done for the day, and they didn't have to think about, how to write ad copy or the right words to say or the right images to use. All of that stuff was done for them already. And so on top of that, we've got 24/7 access to a team, to a community of people that is there to help you, to inspire you, to guide you, and just to hang out with you, right? Part of building a successful business is being around people who are doing what you do. Because being an entrepreneur can actually be kind of lonely, right? A lot of people around you may not understand the entrepreneurial journey. They might not understand what you do. And so it can be a little bit isolating when you are alone. We have 24/7 chat communities that you can plug into anytime, and usually within a few minutes, get the help, get the inspiration, get the, just the contact with other entrepreneurs who are doing big things with their lives. Just be in contact with those types of people when you need that type of contact. And so we got a really great testimony. Actually, I think it was at the beginning of this week or at the end of last week from Trisha, and I'll try and bring Trisha out in a little bit when I know all this stuff's working well. But for now, I'm just going to read this testimony that we got. What Trisha said was that, let me move this here. We are so incredibly blessed to be a part of such an amazing company and such a supportive team. I just got back from a long cross-country road trip from Indiana to Arizona, visiting all my kids and grandkids just long enough to grab the swipe copy Nick posted for us yesterday and send it out to my list really quickly. Woke up this morning to a message from a dear friend of mine who just happened to be checking your email at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, was on the entire call and joined this morning. Now, I want you to think about that. Trisha, this was last week's presentation. She had been out of town, traveling, didn't really have time to sit down and do much. So she grabbed a copy and paste swipe email that had been written for her. All she had to do was grab it, copy it, paste it, send it. That was it. She did that, sent it out to some of her contacts. Those contacts ended up being on last week's presentation, then got signed up in the business. And I want you to think about that. What did Trisha have to do? Not a whole lot, because we have done for you emails in place. We have done for you presentations just like this in place to help you build your business so you don't have to do the things that maybe you don't know how to do, or maybe that you're uncomfortable doing. Because do you want to have to give presentations like this? Probably not. Most people don't. But what if somebody else was doing it for you, right? Do you know how to write emails that get people to take action? Maybe, maybe not. But sometimes even if you do, you don't have the time to be able to do it. That's part of the reason that you build a freedom business or a lifestyle business, because you're probably at the point of life right now where you don't have the freedom that you want, where you're on limited time. And if you could just grab some sort of copy or send some people to a presentation that you don't have to be on, doesn't that make it easier to build your business? And so that's what Trisha did. And she actually posted another part of that in the chat that I wanted to read for you guys, because it speaks to what we're doing here as a team. It speaks to what I've been trying to talk to you guys about. She mentioned the cross-country road trip again, but she said what in it was an incredible time, and my LiveGood business kept on growing while I was away. The checks kept coming in every single week. And Trisha came back to a number of new rank advancements in her business, which meant her business was growing while she was gone. She said it's great to have the freedom to step away and not even skip a beat. It's a blessing to have a growing, solid, residual business with such a supportive team and community that gives us the freedom to enjoy the important things in life. And isn't that why we're building businesses in the first place? So, number one, she was able to have a growing business while she was away, right? Be able to spend time with her kids and her grandkids and be doing the things that are important to her. But then even when she got back, when she was still limited on time, in a time crunch, she was able to use our resources to build her business. And that's what you're going to have access to here when you get started with this team specifically. So thing number 3 that LiveGood can help you with to get you out of your job or whatever situation that you're in right now is right now income. I'm going to talk about a few different types of income in this presentation. This one is right now income. And so we're going to get $25 every time somebody comes into our business right away, paid the next week. So there's no waiting, 30 days or 60 days or 90 days or waiting for us to hit a certain amount in your paycheck that you're never going to hit to be able to actually get paid. You are going to get paid every single Thursday like clockwork, and LiveGood has never missed a payment since we've been here. The CEO has run other companies, never once ever missed a single payment ever, even though he's been doing this for decades. And so right now income, exponential income. Now this is the type of income that starts to it starts to set you free in your life to be able to do the things that you want to do with your life. This is how you get paid, whether you get out of bed or not. Now, exponential income is what took me from zero to $60,000 in 60 days, because I was building a business with a team of people. So it was my efforts multiplied by the efforts of lots and lots and lots of people. So I did the work, right? I did what I was supposed to do. I created a result in my business, but that result was exponentially magnified because I was plugged into a team of people that was building that business together and was able to take a business from zero to $60,000 in 60 days, mostly on the efforts of building a team of people. Now, I'm going to talk about some things that you need in place for teams to be able to grow that quickly. But LiveGood definitely has those things. But if you don't have exponential income, you're stuck in this sort of poor, not a poor mindset. So I'm going to talk about wealthy mindset versus a poor mindset. And what the wealthy know, that sometimes people who aren't creating, and poor is probably a bad word, but poor in terms of where you want to be in life, poor in the resources that you need, and the time you need, and the freedom you need to live the life that you want to live. And people who are wealthy in those areas of life, they know a couple of things. When you are clocking in and out and you're only getting paid when you trade time, you are limiting not only in the amount of income that you can make, because it's only based on you, you're limiting the amount of time that you have in your life. If you have to be at a place for 8, 10, 12 hours a day, well, then you can only be doing other things with your life for a minimal amount of time, because you've got to eat, you've got to sleep, you've got to see your family, you've got to, you've got other things that you have to do. When you are tied into one place, one location, one job, one whatever for 8, 10, 12 hours a day, it limits your time, it limits your freedom, and it limits your ability to create wealth. What wealthy people know, this one of the secrets of being wealthy is the ability to create time and money simultaneously by leveraging team, by leveraging employees, by leveraging assets. A couple of those are pretty hard to leverage, though. Leveraging employees, right? You've got to build up a company. That's going to take a lot of time and a lot of income, a lot of resources. Leveraging assets can be great if you've got a lot of money up front to be able to do that, and some time to wait for those assets to kind of appreciate, right? So that they're actually paying you. But leveraging teams can pay you right now and can pay you really, really quickly. When I went from zero to 60,000, I was in 60 days, I was leveraging teams. And that's one of the secrets of the wealthy, is leveraging teams. And so, right now, for example, I'm getting paid, and there are Trisha's getting paid, Vashti's getting paid, Rob's getting paid, Kevin's getting paid. People on this presentation, Bob's getting paid, are getting paid 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, whether we choose to work or not. Go back and think about Trisha's scenario. She was taking a cross-country road trip. Her time was devoted to her children, her grandchildren, her road trip, having fun, being away, not thinking about her business. But her business continued to grow in her absence. That's exponential income. Think about Christopher Hopkins that I talked about earlier, who was making money from a hospital bed for a couple of months, because he 24/7, he's making money because of team leverage. So I have over 2,000 people right now all over the world creating income for me, whether I get out of bed or not. And I'm going to show you another type of income that I've only found here at LiveGood, that is going to allow me very soon to get paid not just on a couple of thousand people, but 430,000 people and growing. And that number is going to grow to about 1 million people at the end of the year. Imagine getting paid on hundreds of thousands and even millions of people, whether you get out of bed or not, whether you're, out serving, the people, communities, causes that you love, whether you're out at the beach, whether you are hanging out with your family, whether you're doing whatever it is that you want to do. Imagine if you could be getting paid on hundreds of thousands, even millions of people, whether you worked a single second or not. And I'm going to show you that here in a second. But here's an example of how our exponential income works here at LiveGood. If you see on the right-hand side there, there's this, what we call a matrix. And if you can see the line on the left-hand side, those people, and I'll show you how that works in a later slide here, but those people are all being added to that matrix. And they come in after each person comes in after the last person. And so as our business builds, there's a business building below us all the time, and we get paid on all of those people. And so it doesn't matter if I brought them in, it doesn't matter if Vashti brought them in, it doesn't matter if Rob or Kevin or whoever brought them in. I'm getting paid on those people in my business as my business grows. And that's how it works for you too. That's how Trisha was able to create income, and her business actually grew while she was away, because there are people down below her in that matrix who were building their business, and their business contributes to Trisha's income. So her income continued to grow and grow and grow even while she was away. And so we have this special matrix that pays us on team growth. We're leveraging teams, and we get paid not just on, one leg or this leg or that leg or the other leg. We get paid on all of the people who fall below us in our matrix. We're getting paid on all of those people, generations and generations and generations of people deep. It's completely amazing. And not just getting paid on those people who are coming in. We get paid anybody that we bring into the business. We get paid matching bonuses. We get paid 50% matching bonus on any person that we help get started in LiveGood. Now, I want you to think about that. If you bring in, for example, 10 people decide to partner with you in LiveGood, you have 10 people out there who you are getting a 50% match on everything that they do. I want you to imagine, being able to create a 50% match on everything that you do. Imagine going to your job today and everybody in the office, you got a 50% match on their salary or their hour to hour, commission or wage or salary, whatever it is that they make. You got 50% of what they made. How much better would your job be, right? How much better would work be, right? If you're getting matched on 50% of everything that they do. But it's not just 50%. We get paid matching bonuses 10 full levels deep. And on that matrix that I showed you in the last slide, and you see a little bit of it here, we get paid unlimited levels deep, like I said, to generations in that matrix. That's how we can build. That's how you heard those insane, incomes that have already happened. That's how, you heard about Tim's income of $100,000 in a single month. It's because of these matching bonuses. We are getting paid on generations and generations and generations and generations of people, whether we brought them into the business or not. And this is an example of that matrix pay. I want you to, if you could see this here, the matrix bonus all by itself. This is an actual screenshot of an income of an individual inside of our company. I want you to think about the matrix bonus there says $1,082.75. That's what the person earned on their own efforts. The matching bonuses is what they earned from the team leverage that I'm talking about. The matching bonus from that team leverage was $24,545.81. I want you to think about that. On their own, they made just over $1,000. With this leveraged building, they made over $24,000. Now that's how you build a business that you can build generational wealth with, because that keeps growing and growing and growing and growing and growing, whether you are there or not. Now keep going back to Trisha's example. She was away. She was away, not building her business at all. And her business was growing and growing and growing and growing. And this is an example of that. $1,000 on your own, but because we build with teams and we use leverage, $24,000 of extra income not from their efforts, completely on the efforts of other people. That is the power of that type of income. So thing number 5, you need, for people to be able to have income that sticks around, right? That pays you month after month after month after month after month. I touched on this earlier. You need retention. And again, I said we're getting 96% retention right here, which is crazy. But there are a few things that would contribute to us getting that retention rate. Number one, you've got to have products that people want. And I told you to stick around for this one thing, right? There's one metric that will the one metric that will tell you if what you have is an offer that people actually want. And that one metric is they will vote with their credit card. And what I mean by that is if you have something that people want, they will pull out their credit card in massive numbers without hesitation, without extra like crazy sales tactics. They will just keep buying and buying and buying and buying and buying because the offer is so good. Now we have this slide says nearly 400,000 people. What we actually have now, over 430,000 people in 6 months who have decided to pull their credit card out and buy. That is a record. That is a sales breaking record that's never been done in this industry. We are having up to 7,000 people a day who are paid members coming into LiveGood. And why? Because we have a product that people want. And I'm going to talk about that product here in a second. But we have something that people want. And the voting is saying what we have is an offer that people want because they're pulling out their credit card. Over 400,000 people have pulled out their credit card, decided to order, and up to 7,000 people a day continue to buy what we have here because we have an offer that the marketplace wants. And that 430,000 people in 6 months is a record. I want to give you an example here. We are due. If we flatline for the rest of the year, we are going to hit 1 million paid members. Amazon did not have 1 million members after its first year. They have 200 million now, but they didn't have 1 million after the first year. We will hit 1 million members inside of our first year in business. So we have an insane growth rate, an insane retention rate because we have what people want. You have to also have what people are already buying, and then you have to make it easier. You have to make it faster. You have to make it less expensive. You have to make it higher quality. That's what gets people to stick around. And we have all of those things. And I'm going to get to that when I talk about the membership in a greater deal here. Thing number 6 you've got to have is leverage. And we've been talking about this the entire time. You got to have leverage of systems, all of the websites and all of the stuff that's done for you, right? The websites, the emails, the sales copy, the product handling and customer service and all that stuff. Systems have to be leveraged. Training has to be leveraged, right? We told you that we help train your team. The company helps train everybody that you bring in. Every single week we have training. So you don't have to be the guru. You don't have to be the expert. You can feel good about bringing people here, knowing that they're going to be getting the highest level of training on how to build their business absolutely free. Most of this stuff, if you paid for out into the marketplace, you're going to be paying at least hundreds of dollars a month. And if you wanted to get like individualized training and some of the training we have access to, it's going to be thousands of dollars a month, but they're going to get it all for free, which means that you can build your business and bring people in and feel good about knowing that not only are you going to get the training you need, but the people that you bring in are going to get the training you need as well. And it allows you to build a leveraged system, because what would happen if you had to do all of the training yourself, right? It slows you down because number one, you might not know how to do it. And even if you did, if you've got to train every single person individually as they come into your business, you can never grow a business that scales. And so we leverage that. And we have community. Of all of the things, community is absolutely the most important because people will stick around for just community alone. Because again, building a business and being an entrepreneur can be pretty lonely sometimes. And to have a community that you can reach into 24/7 and get help, get guidance, get inspiration, and just hang out with cool people that you love, that is what keeps people around in a business. And that is the leverage that you need. And so thing number 7 is the most exciting thing that, again, this is the thing that I have never seen any company ever have outside of LiveGood, at least not the way that they are doing it. It's called shareholder income. Now, what if you could get a share of every single penny that a company ever earned? And that's Tim's income is what that looks like. Tim is getting a share of every single sale that's made in this company. It doesn't matter if it's a membership or a product within the membership. It doesn't matter if it's, a customer joining the business and paying their affiliate fee. A share of every single dollar that comes into this company, he gets to have. When I said I'm about to get a share of over 400, the efforts of 400,000 people, it's that shareholder income. And so imagine a company doing, 8 million, 10 million, 50 million, 100 million every single month, and you get a share of that income, no matter what you do. And so we are having people earning shareholder income anywhere from 6,000, 7,000, 10,000, 20,000, all the way up to about $40,000 a month just in shareholder income, because they're earning a percentage of every single dime that LiveGood makes. And that's going to keep growing and growing and growing and growing and growing. Again, we are 430 or 450,000 people right now. We'll be 1 million by the end of the year. So imagine if like that shareholder income is 20,000 now. What's it going to be when we have 1 million people? What's it going to be when we have 2 million, 5 million, 10 million people in the company, and our gross revenue keeps going up every single month? So does your paycheck, because you're getting time or shareholder income. It's an amazing type of income that you can't find it anywhere else, and LiveGood has it. You've got to have something that's high converting and fast moving. I want to break something to you at this point in the presentation. If you didn't know, you may have already lost a really good spot with the person who invited you here. The person who invited you here also invited you here to take a tour of their LiveGood business. And here's how LiveGood works. Anytime somebody takes a tour, they are time-stamped into our, what we call a power line. And as that power line grows, the people who come in after you will actually come in after you. They'll be below you in that power line, right? And as we keep inviting people, they go under the last person who came in. Now, on every Thursday night, what happens is those people get dumped into that matrix that I showed you in the order that they came into the business. And so I've got people on my team, for example, who are earning hundreds of dollars a month without even doing anything in their business, just based on that timing alone. Now, I never recommend for anybody, including you, to build a business and just let other people build it for you. But because we have timing, because we have urgency, people are coming in. And instead of, I'm going to show you guys something here. There's some numbers I want you guys to see, but I want you to see this slide first. So every single minute of every single day, people are coming into that straight line and they are locking in their spot. So if you already secured your free spot, everybody that the person who invited you here invites after you will be placed under you. So imagine yourself that green person in this slide here, and all those red people are people who are registering their free spot after you. What's going to happen is on Thursday nights, everybody's going to go into this matrix based on when they were time stamped. So everybody who came in after you is going to be placed into that matrix after you. And what this creates is it just causes a frenzy of people coming into the business. And it shortens the buying cycle to less than 7 days. To give you some numbers, I'm kind of like a numbers dork in this industry. I've been studying the numbers for about 20 years now. Here's how a business generally works, or an offer generally works. Somebody sees an offer, and 1% of the buyers are going to buy within that first 7 days to 2 weeks. 15% of the buyers are going to buy within the first 90 days, and 85% of the buyers aren't going to buy until after day 90, all the way up until about 18 months. Now, do you want to have to wait 90 days to 18 months to be able to build your business? No. If you want to build a business fast, right? We talked about in the beginning of this presentation, building a business in less than 12 months. If you want to build a business fast, you have to have something that creates urgency in the business. So we have over 30% of anyone who comes through and takes that tour is actually becoming a paid member in the first 7 days. So we've shortened the buying cycle exponentially. And I actually have 80% of anybody who takes a free tour with me actually becomes a paid member in 7 days or less. We have people on this team who are seeing 90% of everybody who takes that free tour are becoming paid members in the first 7 days. Imagine if you could send people to an offer that, 5 out of 10, 6 out of 10, 7 out of 10, 9 out of 10 people would say yes to and pay you within the first week. That's what we are doing here at LiveGood with our urgency, because we are driving urgency, but also scarcity. Because if you see how this matrix is building, once a spot is filled, right, that spot's filled. So everybody else goes after that spot. So there's scarcity on top of the urgency. And that's why we are creating income so quickly, because people are coming in and they're realizing that, yes, I want to do this. And instead of dragging their feet, because even if people, it's just human nature, even if people want to do something, most always they drag their feet until they absolutely have to do it. If you've got kids, so you've tried to get their homework, or you've tried to get to do chores, and you give them, a deadline to be able to do that. If the deadline is Friday, it's going to be done like Thursday at 11:59 p.m., right? So that's just how we, as adults, even as adults, we work that way. We are naturally procrastinators, right? And so we are making sure that the people who want to get started in our business, basically right away. And so we are building businesses quickly using urgency and scarcity. Thing number 9 is 33 cents a day. We've got a membership that's paying, I already told you about incomes of, 20,000 and 40,000 and 50,000 and 10,000 and 100,000 in single months from 33 cents a day. It seems crazy, but I showed you, that's why I went over that exponential income so you guys could see how this works. This is all happening on 33 cents a day. There's no upsells, there's no cross sells, there's no big $1,000 package to buy, there's no nothing. There's 33 cents a day, and that's it. And that's what's creating these incomes. And it creates cash flow just by using it. I want to show you guys, I want you to think about what we have here is it's a membership, right? LiveGood is a membership. And inside of the membership are products that you get to save money on. So I want you to think about Costco, or, for those of you outside of the States, just think about something like Amazon, but way better. Because there's no auto ships, there's no overpriced products that you have to buy just to make money. There's no requirements to earn. We can actually earn over $2,000 in this company, even if we don't sponsor a single person or create a single customer in this business. I don't recommend that, but it's happening and it's possible. There are people making hundreds and even over $1,000 a month who haven't even brought a single customer to LiveGood. But you get to buy what you want, when you want, because you want it. We actually have people who, even though we don't have to buy any of the products inside of the membership, on average, people are buying 5 products at a time. And you also get to create cash flow just by using it. I'm going to get to that in a second. Because we are creating savings of 75 to 80%, anywhere from 50 to 75 to 80% on stuff that we're already buying. And we're talking about an entire yearly business that's less than $140. Again, you can do $40 one time and $9.95 a month, or you can just come in at $139.95 and be done for the whole year and be able to do the things that we've already showed you that you can do. So this membership model, though, is changing the entire industry. Again, LiveGood is a membership. That $9.95 is a membership. And what that membership buys you is discounts, severe discounts on stuff you're already buying. And I'll get to those products here in a second. But the reason why this membership model is creating such a stir in the industry is because it's creating that sort of like, well, duh moment that a lot of things that you look at some of the things, these, whether it's an invention or, something that changes, or, a model that changes in the industry or in the world, it's usually you look at it and say, well, duh, why didn't I think of that? Well, this is what that is. This is why wouldn't people, instead of paying, $100 for a product, why wouldn't they want to pay $20? Why wouldn't people not want to have auto ships anymore? Why wouldn't people not want to have these big, massive, startup kits and all that other stuff that you've got to pay for? No longer is anyone going to pay $100 or $200 a month for stuff that they can get for $20, just so some man or woman can, drive a Mercedes or get a private jet or, get a mansion, or the owners of the company can, waste millions and millions of dollars. No, people don't want to do that. We are in a day and in an age where people want to save money on high quality products. If you think about like what Costco is, it's a membership that saves you money. Only you've got to buy a ton of product to be able to do that, right? Here, you get to buy exactly the amount you want when you want it because you love to do it. If you think about Amazon, I know that I pay, I don't even know what it is anymore, maybe like $15 a month or something like that. But I pay that, and then I can order as much stuff as I want when I want to order it. Sometimes I might order every day, sometimes I might not order for a couple of weeks, but I know that I'm going to save every time I order. I'm going to save on shipping because I pay that $15 a month. So it's worth it to me. And there's no obligation to order anything from Amazon ever. But when I do, I save. And so this membership has saved me over $140 a month. It saved me $81 a month on a single product. I was actually in the process of, getting ready to buy a product called Athletic Greens, which is, if you buy a single pack of that, it's $99.99. You can buy a single pack of our Super Greens for $18. Same product, but it's $81 a month cheaper. So for $9.95, the very first product that I ordered saved me $81. So already I'm saving, if you take away the $9.95, already I'm saving over $70. But there's another product that also saves me $21 a month. I was actually in the process of getting Super Beets. Super Beets is $40 a month, or $40 whenever you want to get it. Super Reds is $18. So that saved me another, $21, $22. We were in the looking at it's called Mudwater. It's a coffee called Mudwater. It's basically, mushroom coffee. My dad had actually sent us a sample of Mudwater. So we were looking at that, but that's $40 a month. We pay $18, less than $18 for the same mushroom coffee here at LiveGood, but it's actually higher quality. It's organic. It's better ingredients, and we're paying way less. That saved me $20 a month. Another $20 a month just on our multivitamin. I was paying $30 a bottle a month for our multivitamin, and we pay less than $10 here. And so overall, this membership, it created over $140 for me in cash flow every single month from a $9.95 per month membership. And I want you to think about, I'm not just saving $140. I created $140 that I was already spending. So now I have an extra $140 a month in real cash flow in my life, whether I ever build a business here or not. LiveGood makes me $140 a month based on what I have already saved here using the products. And so it's not just the products I showed. We have CBD, multivitamins, aminos, super greens, super reds, coffee, skincare products. We have inflammation products, protein products, D3K2, magnesium, energy products. We are releasing a collagen product. We are releasing energy products and sleep products. We are releasing lots more products. We have the goal of releasing about 200 products over the next 24 months or so. And so I want you to think about that though, as our product base grows, our membership becomes more valuable and you never pay more for it. But it can go out into the marketplace as every time we offer a new product and say we've got a new product. Maybe those other ones weren't for you, but now we have collagen. Maybe those other ones weren't for you, but now we have these energy patches. Maybe these other ones weren't for you, but we've got, this new, skincare product or whatever it is that we release. Our membership becomes more and more and more valuable because it never is more than that $9.95 every single month. And again, like I said, there's way more coming, but imagine getting paid on every Amazon or Costco membership in existence. That's what we have. If Amazon had come to you early, when they only had 400,000 members, and said, hey, for one-time $40 fee and less than $10 a month, you can get paid on all of the Amazon customers that you bring us, and all of the customers that they bring us, and all the customers that they bring us, and they bring us, and they bring us, and they bring us, and they bring us. Amazon's at 200 million customers right now. But if you were there when there's only 400,000, I'm not saying we're going to get to 200 million, But what I am saying is that we're at the very beginning here. And if you look at what's being created on just the, the few 100,000 people we have here, when we're definitely going to go into the millions, it's insane the amount of, that's why I'm saying I am building this business to change generations of lives, not just build my own business. And so Think 10 is sort of a bonus thing, is rocket fuel. It's the momentum and timing in a business. Momentum matters, timing matters. Even the owner of LiveGood, who has owned companies in the past, he even admits that, if you came in at year 5, it's going to be much harder to build a business than if you came in now. Right? Because at year 5, we're going to have millions of people here. Now we have, just, 400, less than 500,000 people here. When we have millions here and it's kind of a household name, it's going to be a little bit harder, right? You're going to be able to get customers, but you're not going to be able to build a team quite as easily as you are here. And timing absolutely matters, right? But momentum matters as well. Right now, we are seeing up to 7,000 paid members every single day. Now you're catching this opportunity as we're at the bottom of this little jump, and that little jump's going to spike. It's going to go up for about, the general lifespan of that spike is about 2 years in a company, and then it starts to flatline, right? Do you want to be at the bottom of that little spike and be able to benefit massively from massive growth? We're doing up to 7,000 people a month now, or a week now. That's going to keep growing, right, over these 2 years. Do you want to be at the beginning of that, or do you want to be here in a couple of years when we flatline and you're like, oh man, Bob invited them to me that 2 years ago, I should have gotten in, right? But you can get in now and take advantage of momentum. Momentum matters. And that last bonus thing, again, all of this for 33 cents a day. 33 cents a day. Like, I can go into the car, my son's dirty car right now, and find, a month's worth of change laying around under the car seats and the carpets and stuff. It's 33 cents a day to have a business that you have seen can create incomes for you of, a couple thousand to 5,000 to 10,000 to 50,000 to even more on a monthly basis, because of the types of income that we have here, the exponential income, the shareholder income, those matching bonuses that are absolutely just crazy. So you probably got a couple of questions here, and I'm going to end this up. This one a little bit longer because we had some tech challenges there, but I want to end this up here. And the most common questions that we get are, question number 1 is does it work, right? Well, we have we have over 400,000 people now. We're probably going to touch 450,000 paid members here this week. Up to 7,000 members are coming in a day. We're averaging since February at least 2 brand new 6-figure earners every single week. Over 5,000 brand new paychecks are created every single week. 5,000 brand new paychecks. So when you think about that, this is only 33 cents a day. And the products inside of the membership work so well and are priced so well that even though we don't have to buy any of the products, and on average, people are buying 5 products at a time. So does it work from an income standpoint? Yes. Does it work from a product standpoint? Well, nobody buys stuff that they don't need and that they don't want just to buy it, right? Again, there are no requirements to buy any of those products. And we are on average, anytime somebody orders, the average order has 5 products in it. Question number 2, can I do it? Well, can you do some simple activities that take you, depending on, where you're at skill level and, experience wise. Again, we are going to make this as simple as we possibly can for you. But I promise you, if you give us an hour a day and you're willing to do simple daily activities that anybody can jump in and do right now, a lot of those are copy and paste simple. If you're willing to do those every single day for, if you give us an hour a day for the next year, I promise you it will change your life. And absolutely, if you can do simple things, copy and paste things every single day, you can do this. So quick recap. And then if we got some questions, we can spend some time on those. But income potential, again, up to 7,000 paid members a day coming in, and you can eventually get paid on all of them. Remember that shareholder income, currently averaging at least 2 brand new 6-figure earners every single week. over 5,000 brand new paychecks every week, over 400,000 total members. We'll probably hit over 450 this week. And that's just in 6 months. And incredible incomes of up to $100,000 in a single month. From the membership side, no auto ships, right? And your membership is $9.95, no auto ships at all, no customer requirements, right? We are actually having people who are creating hundreds and over $1,000 a month without ever bringing in a single customer, because again, you saw that matrix. As people come in, they just get placed, and teams will build that's the benefit of being here early. If you are a person who knows that you might not put in the effort, and I don't want you to be that person, but listen, say you had to take a break or whatever, things happen in life, you know that you have a business that's growing, whether you are growing it or not. I'll go back to Trisha, for example. She was on vacation, right? It's not that she's not trying to build her business, but she was taking a vacation. Her business was growing because there's no customer requirements for her to create income, but she has people below her who are building and building and building and building and building. You get to buy what you want, when you want, because you love it. Again, the average order is 5 products, even though we don't have to order a single thing. You get to save big and create cash flow on stuff you're already buying. Remember my $140 a month that I'm saving? That's cash flow. That's money that I can use that I didn't have before this membership. So I have $140 of money that I didn't have of cash flow coming into my life, no matter what I do with this business. And we get the highest quality products at the lowest prices, and all for 33 cents a day. So, usually there's not many more questions. At this point, I will open it up to questions, but I want you to realize that because of what we talked about in terms of the urgency and the scarcity and how this works and the power line and all of that, we do get placed every time you come in and you create a free spot. That will hold your spot until Thursday. So if you don't have a free spot yet, get back to whoever invited you to this presentation, grab that free spot, at least lock in your position, and then you don't have to decide until Thursday night at midnight. So you'll have a couple days to decide if this is for you, but you will benefit from everybody who comes into that power line after you, because you secured that free spot. So make sure you get back to the person who invited you here right now, secure that free position. And then if you got questions, feel free to come back and ask any questions that you have. So Vashti, have there been any questions in the chat? I haven't really been paying attention.
No, I haven't seen any question, but somebody's hand is up. Lamont Green.
Okay. I did want to, Vashti, you had a customer who had a really great testimonial.
Yes. Let me see if she's here. If you want to do that, no, I wouldn't mind. Lucy, are you here that you can share your testimony with us? She was really excited about the LiveGood product, and she used it and everything else. And she was bubbling with excitement. So I wanted to know if she's still here. Lucy, if you're here, kindly unmute yourself and share with us, and then we will have some questions. All right. I think she's here, but I'm not sure what's happening. So I'll connect with her, and then probably once she's here, once she's available, then we will continue.
Okay.
I'm seeing a hand there, Lamont Green.
Yeah, Lamont, if you want to unmute, go ahead.
Yeah. Question is, I came in and I joined, and when I received an email message simply saying, I ordered some product as well, that the first few weeks you can't expect any spillover, and I want to build. However, there is that process of spillover. So what would be your recommendation?
My recommendation would be to build, and you'll get more spillover from the people who are actually building. The way spillover works, Lamont, is that it comes from the person specifically who you came in with. And so based on where you're at in their matrix, you may be waiting for their, spill as they build. But the way to really grow this business, and the way to think about it is, you can be, what they call a spillover waiter. or a spillover creator. And I know you said you wanted to be a creator. So, go out there and build your business. And, as those people are building, your business is going to, keep growing and growing and growing and growing and growing. So, be the person who adds fuel to the fire. And then, as you start to get, blessed by the people above you, awesome. But yeah, I mean, the big, incomes that we talked about, those don't get created at all through Spill. One of the benefits, though, of being here now and getting in here and now is that there are going to be, 600 to 700,000 more people coming in here before the end of the year. We're in a matrix. They have to go somewhere, right? So eventually there's going to be, this growth that we just can't even stop if we wanted to. But right now my recommendation would be focus on building and helping those people, get them plugged into the team resources and stuff, and that will be creating spillover from your own team, and then as the team above you grows, that will start to trickle down to you as well.
Okay, one further question.
Mm-hmm.
I've got the product, and I have a buddy of mine who's a big Shackley guy, and this is just a competitive kind of thing. When you're talking about comparing products, what would be your thought around Shackley products? Because I've ordered the reds, the greens, as well as the CBD oil, and magnesium product. What would be your? And I haven't started. I just got them in today. I'm going to and test. I'm a testimonial guy. I spent 30 years in the pharmaceutical space, so I'm a testimonial guy. So what would be your thoughts on that? Along that.
I don't know that I fully understood the question.
Well, it's that it's easy to promote something that you believe in more so than the hype.
Yeah.
And I've studied several different MLM companies, and we talk about momentum and getting in early and all those kinds of things. For me right now, it's about credibility.
Mm-hmm.
And so testing the product, taking the product, and then having a testimonial to do the product. What's your thoughts along that line?
Yeah, you can build, from different angles, right? You can build from, the customer and the products inside of the product side, or you can build from, looking for a business builder side, or you can do a combination of both, which is what I typically do. I will tell you that I'm only here because the products first met a very sort of strict requirement I have for anything that I put in my body. So I don't put anything in or on my body that isn't of the highest quality, isn't of the highest ingredients, that I don't know that it comes from places that are sourced well, that it comes from places that are organic. I tend to like things that come from places that have used regenerative farming and stuff like that. But I have all these requirements that I like to meet. And so when I said to myself, I'm thinking about this business, I looked at the products first, and do the ingredients alone meet the requirements from a quality standpoint? Do where the ingredients come from, do they meet that requirement? And immediately for me, that was a yes. And so for me, knowing that from the ingredient side, the ingredients were so good, and they were actually better than what I was already taking. And again, I have kind of like strict personal requirements on what I put in and on my body. When I knew that they were better than what I was already taking, for me, that was enough. For you, I don't know, maybe you need to take it and see and feel and that sort of thing. And so that's fine too. So I can't say for you kind of what's enough to, light your fire. But for me, when I saw what was in the products, knowing it was better than what I was already taking, and knowing, my own sort of strict requirements, I was like, wow, I can really get excited about this. And then I can start building this thing right away based on ingredients alone. Now, I'm not saying that has to be you. If you're a guy who wants to get it and see it and feel it and do all that sort of stuff, awesome. But just once you do see it and once you do feel it and you're getting the results that you want, and if that kind of lights a fire under you, then use that in your marketing, use that. You can build it as a business from there. You can use it to build it, as just getting people who want to save on the products. And so you can go a number of different ways. The other thing is that know that LiveGood is the product is a membership, and so people are saving 50 to 80% on stuff they are already taking. So the ingredients already are good enough to go out there in the marketplace and say, all right, this is of higher quality ingredients of stuff in the marketplace that people right now are paying like double and triple for. So from that standpoint alone, when you understand that this is a membership, the products inside of the membership aren't necessarily the products, right? It's like if you're aware of like Costco or even Amazon, the product of Amazon is the membership. The product of Costco is the membership. The products on the inside are that people get to save on. And so from that standpoint, even without taking the products, you can know with 100% fact that people are saving money if they use the products inside of that membership as opposed to what they're already taking.
Cool, Nick. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. I'm 1,000% in agreeing with you, man. So thank you so much. I appreciate your transparency and just not over production. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for coming out, Lamont. Appreciate you being here, man.
Awesome. I think I have Lucy back on online. Lucy, are you here with us?
Yes, good night to all.
Good night, Lucy. Thank you for coming on. She was here before. Can you share your testimony with us? I know you were all excited and you wanted to share it on what you've been taking, what challenges you have, and how it has helped you so far.
Good night, Bastian. Good night to everyone. Yeah, I had a problem. Yeah, with my eyes, glaucoma in my eyes, my right eye, and I had surgery on it. Yeah, but I was taking another product. Yeah, which also helped me with the pressure in the eye. That Vashid had told me of. But after she learned about this other product, she came to me and she said she wanted me to try this other product. And yes, I did. I didn't hesitate. I told she will. Okay, I will. And she got it and I tried it. And I had the super red first. Yeah. And I took it for a couple of days. And like a couple of days after I took it, a night I was like in my patio sitting. And I was like, well, I can see clearer. So I put my hand on one eye and test it. Put my hand, take it off, put it on the other, and I tested it. I said, wait. So I realized I could see like down from my home, right down to my gap strip. I was like, no, this intent. I did it again. But then what amazed me is after like a week, it was not quite 2 weeks, I had an appointment to go to my specialist. And when I went and he took the pressure, I said he just rolled back his chair and he was like, you call me Lady Ward. He said, Lady Ward, what is that you're doing? Your pressure is amazing. And I was like, he was so happy with me to see my challenges that I had, so fighting with the pressure in the eye. time back, and when he took the pressure, it was really, really good. So then I didn't tell him, but then it prompted my spirit to tell him, and that I did. So when I leave there, I was so happy. He was so happy for me that the joy, I can't wait to get home. And I came home, and as I stepped into my home, I was like, no, Vashti gonna know this, Vashti gonna know this. I called Vashti and I was so shouting. Vashti said, Lucy, what's wrong? What happened? I said, girl, I went to the specialist today and the pressures in my eye are so great. The doctor was amazed. So I continued then. Oh, before that time I got the super green, and I also start taking the super green. Yeah, right, that's what happened. And I continued taking them because I used to buy what the product I didn't use them before from Vashti was like 160 for the month supply. And then after that, I'll be getting the super green and the super red, and I was, wow, unbelievable. So, and also then like my knee also will hurt me so bad. And in taking them, I realized the chronic pain in my knee came to such like very little, like in between. I would still have it, but it used to be really unbearable. But yeah, that when I realized that I could really run down my hill, that surprised me also. So I continued taking them, and now I moved to another level in the Vashti ways now. The
LiveGood.
candy, yeah,
Yes, she became a
right,
member.
where I became a member, and I have ordered my first set of stuff, which will be super red, the super green, the male vitamin, but I has not received. I have another package that I have not received as yet that I ordered. So I'm grateful. Yeah.
Well,
And I
thank you,
give,
Lucy.
yeah, so it's good that, Vashti had me on her mind and every aspect. She just encouraged me to do it. And I am grateful for her also.
Awesome. Thank you, Lucy, for
Yeah.
sharing. She was really excited about her journey.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
that
am.
is thank you so much, Lucy, for that testimony. And wow, so many like good things came out of that. I want to, Vashti, am I right? Did I hear that for one of the products she was paying $160?
Yes. So the program that I was in before, one product was $160. So now she gets
Wow.
two products at less prices.
Wow. So
Yes.
you can get almost everything that we offer for that same amount. If you're you're still paying attention, I don't want that to get by you. That's part of the reason why I wanted to play that Ben video in the beginning, and why I tried to fight some of those challenges, is because that's part of what we're fixing from really an industry side, but also a health side. Because when you think about, it's really hard for most people to, if they need any sort of supplement or medication or whatever, to have to spend on a monthly basis, or even if it's every couple of months. That's a lot of money. And so our super greens are less than $20, our super reds are less than $20. All of our products, you could get almost everything that we have for $160. And so what we're doing as a company is we are helping people get the products they need and actually be able to take them long enough so that they can get results. And if you, like in Lucy's case, she's seeing better. The actual pressure in her eye is better, like doctor verified pressure in her eyes. She's running like down a hill, I think I heard. And so, so many amazing things are happening because she's able to actually take the products long term. And, a couple other things, the other thing is that Vashti shared, here's what we can do at LiveGood that I've not been able to do in really almost any company that I've been in my 20 years, is we can now go to people with a win-win-win situation. Vashti doesn't have to she didn't have to go to Lucy and kind of feel a little bit bad that she's got a good product, because a lot of companies have good products. But sometimes if those products are way overpriced, even if you're trying to help somebody, you feel kind of bad about it because it costs so much money. But we can go to people and say, hey, I know that you have this issue, or I know that you're already taking this product. Like, for example, that Athletic Greens, the friend that had originally recommended it to me, he was taking that product and he was on auto ship, so he was only paying like $80 a month instead of $100. But now he can get it for $18. But I can feel good about going to him and saying, hey, you can save $60 to $80 a month and have a better product. And so we can actually have a win-win-win situation where we win and the people we are trying to help win and the company wins all at the same time. And usually in this industry, the problem has been the only winner is the company because people can't take the products long enough because they can't afford them long enough. And that's why most companies have a stick rate of about 2.8 months, because people can't afford to stay, even if they like the products. And I'm so thrilled to hear Lucy's results, for all different reasons. She's now in the business and she's fired up about it. She's had results. It's like Lamont was saying earlier, he wants to have, a result first. Awesome. That if that's what lights you up, now Lucy is sort of on fire to share it, having a result that she can go out and feel good about from a result side, from a product price side, and from a company side, and just feel good about it. And so thanks again, Lucy. That was just a really, really great testimonial.
I'll go
Nick. I didn't being just positive. You what you offer is just dynamic. I've been in several companies. What you're doing is just that's paying it really, really forward big time. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Lamont. That means a whole lot. It really does.
Let's say something, Nick.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm piggybacking off of Lamont, what he said and everything. And I can tell him from experience, I got in about the same time Nick did. Matter of fact, Nick's my sponsor. And so I didn't really need the money to do it because I owned the business, sold it out and everything. But I got in it to try to lose some weight, the product side, because my back, I'm going to have surgery in August and I need to get some weight off. And I had some pain and everything. So just to piggyback off of what Lamont had, I started taking the products. I got in same time Nick did. I started taking the products, it's almost 5 months, I think. And I've lost 71 pounds on the products I have sitting here. And if I was to take products of my other company, like Vashti and people have been in, it would have cost me about maybe $2,000 to lose 71 pounds that I've lost on about $300. And I've got about $150 here figured up right here. Now, I don't need to buy no more products for a couple more months because that's going to help me. But I've taken shakes, I've put them all together, and I've got my own routine, a couple shakes a day, and then a meal at night and stuff. So I've lost 71 pounds as of today because I went to therapy and had to get weight, So I've lost 71 pounds on that. But the whole big deal, I wasn't looking to really build a business. But because of my testimony, like Lamont was saying, and I didn't really realize it was doing that, but because I was posting some stuff of my weight loss and things like that on Facebook and stuff, I've ended up building a pretty good business. It's growing. It's really starting to take off. Doing good in it. And just 2 weeks ago, because of because of these products, the pain cream, which it was a trial issue. They're going to have it back in, I think, next week, they said. But that pain cream is 2,000 milligrams of CBD. I was taking another 500 milligrams CBD pain cream from a previous company that cost me about $80 auto ship. This one's like, I think it was 19. This one's 750 milligram of CBD. I've been taking CBD for about 6 years, I think, because of my pain in my back. This thing's $18 for 750, and for 500 milligram in my other company, I was paying $99 a month, and I was buying a couple of months because of my pain, because I was going through it. I could actually almost buy, and this is 750, and that's 500. I can almost buy 6 of these. What I bought, one of them, and so that just by doing that, I got 2 people in it. Just off of about 2 weeks ago, 2 people in it, just off of testimony and stuff like that. So I want to piggyback off of what Lamont, he's asking that question, and I'm a prime example. It does happen, and stuff. And then the other thing I want to just talk just a little bit about is the growth, like Nick was saying. I was doing some research and stuff. We're 6 months old. About 450,000, I think Nick said, somewhere around there. 6 months old. You got Avon. Everybody knows a lot of these companies. Avon was started in 1886. That's a 137-year-old company. They've got 5 million members in Avon. Man, 137 years it took them to get that. Herbalife's another good one that, like Nick said, a lot of these companies got good products. 1980, 43 years, took them as 2 million. Amway, I was in that. I know Kevin, a few people had been in that and stuff. I was in it a long time ago. And 1959, actually, the year I was born. And I think Kevin too, because he's my same age. They got 3 million members at 64 years old, and one more, Mary Kay. My mom, my grandma, a lot of people's in Mary Kay in my family. And it started in 1971 at 52 years old. And they got 1.7. 52 years old, 1.7. We are projected to go 1 million in the first 12 months. And like Nick said, I read that too. I researched Amazon, 200 million, and they didn't put 1 million in their business. They only had books. And we've got these supplements and some of these things here, but 200 products in the next 12 to 24 months. Like they're saying, they could add travel, they could add credit card services, they could add anything they want. And we're going to be like the next Amazon. I want to try to keep telling everybody, because when Amazon come out with the books, I thought no way that they're going to put out my wife's bookstore over here on the corner. It's no longer there. But that was just books. That was just books they started with. And I'm just trying to tell everybody, this growth in this company, you just got to see the number and then look up some of these things that I just said. And this company is going bananas, But I wanted to share that with Lamont mainly, because that has a lot to do with what he was talking about. So thank you, guys.
Yeah, thanks so much, Bob. And I never get tired of hearing your health story. I know Cindy's had some really great results too. And Bob, really, yeah, he's a result of, number one, getting results from taking the products, but number two, just being able to share something and feel, like I said, feel good about it, because now he's got, instead of paying, he saved almost 10 times the amount he would have spent already, had he taken this equal amounts of those products, where he was spending the money before. And so, if you look at where, the economy is and where people spend money freely, and I'm not just saying just spend money, because there are parts of all economies that spend money in all different places. You can find people spending money, on things that you would never dream of spending money on. And then, they're from all top to bottom there. People spend money in all different places. But when you want to look at where people in mass are spending money and where they prefer to spend money and how they prefer to spend money, it's on memberships. If you look at, Netflix, Amazon, Costco, Bob had posted the other day and I saw it too. There is a movie company now that is charging, a monthly fee for movies. I saw a cleaning service that has a membership where you pay like $47 a month. And what does the membership get you? A discount on the product inside, which is the cleaning. So you get a discount on, 2 or 3 or 4, however many hours you want. But these discount memberships are where people are spending their money and spending it in a way where they don't even think about it, right? Where they've got a membership that they know they're going to use it at some point because they like what's on the inside, but they feel good that they don't have to, they're not obligated to spend unless they actually want to. And that's why LiveGood is different than any other company in our industry right now, is because every single other company forces you to buy products that are typically way more, that are typically less quality. There are some good products out there. But my point is you have to spend way more to get a product that you probably don't even need yet. Bob said he's good for a couple of months. The awesome thing is that he doesn't have to go in and he doesn't have to go buy anything, right? When he needs it, he'll go buy it, but he'll pay that $9.95 a month forever because he knows that it will save him money when he wants to use it. And that's how people want to spend money. They want to get high quality at low cost, and they want it to be easy, whether that's, think about it from another standpoint is people don't have to go to the store now to get the things that they're getting inside of LiveGood. They are now delivered. So you're saving on going to the store, you're saving on gas, you're saving on, time and travel and all that sort of stuff. This is where and how people want to spend their money. And there's no other company in this industry doing it with products like this that people actually use and want on a daily basis. And again, that membership is going to become more valuable because we've got like 5 products in the queue that are supposed to be released like in July already. And then Bob had mentioned, and I said before, in the next like 24 months or so, up to 200 products that people are already buying in mass that they know that they can save a bunch of money on if they do it here.
Hey Nick, what a wonderful Zoom. I'm so enjoying listening to everyone speak, learning a lot, and just making me feel so excited and so grateful to be a part of this incredible company. One of my dearest friends I've known for a long time has been in a lot of pain. She had a lot of different health issues, and she got the CBD, the 1,500 milligram of CBD, and she contacted me right away, letting me know, wow, I'm so excited. This product has helped me tremendously because she's been paying maybe like 3 times more than that from her doctor. And but what's so powerful is she's like, now I can go, and she literally went and joined the gym. It's something she hasn't been able to do in a long time. So she's giving all respect on this CBD product. I'm like, really? Wow. So I just thought that was so exciting. Made me feel good that I'm helping somebody to feel good with their life. And it's not beating them over the head with the prices, because I was also with another company that the CBD product was like $80, $90, and but you don't know that that's just the way it is. And I'm so grateful that Ben is breaking the cycle of the price gouging. And so that's what I'm thrilled about, that the prices are extremely affordable, but the highest quality. So it makes me feel good. I can keep my head up high knowing I'm doing a good service for people. Just wanted to share that. Thanks for letting me.
Thank you. I was just saying thank you to Beverly. Super appreciative that you came out, and again, it's nice to be able to have something that we can feel good about recommending, and again, we can feel good about the membership because people can use it when and how they want, but we can feel good about what's inside of the membership because it actually does save people money. And the products are actually really, really, really good. We get testimonials all day, every day from people using pretty much every single one of the products. And so, again, it's really, really good to have something that we can feel good about as a win-win-win that I kind of talked about earlier. I know Tricia had her hand up. So Tricia, I want to give you a second to come out if you want to be able to come out.
We have Tricia as well.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Oh, hey. Okay. Well, I'm going to keep this really quick. I know we've been here for quite a long time, but Nick, I just want to tell you how much I appreciate you, and you hit it right on tonight. I mean, you just absolutely hit it, because the growth, the conversion rate, this retention that we're seeing, and the duplication that's going on here, it's really unheard of in this industry. I discovered this home-based business industry back in 1987. So, it's been about 35 years for me that I've seen a lot of companies, and you just do not see this. This just does not happen in this industry. I mean, not even close. And it's the combination of everything: the timing, the vision, the mission. I mean, the membership model that we have. I mean, it's truly something special. And this done for you business, Nick, that you're talking about, I mean, it is not to be taken for granted. This company itself has amazing tools. They've got the systems, they've got training in place, but not only that, on top of all that, this team, this job-free revolution community, I'm so grateful for this, because the tools, the systems, the resources, and all the support that's in place here for us, it really truly simplifies everything for us. I mean, it allows us to be able to build and duplicate and really be able to create a long-term, super solid residual business. And that's really, like I say, not to be taken lightly, because in the businesses I've been in before, I've not seen that. I've been in businesses before where I've had to step away. I remember when my dad was hit the hospital, really on his, he was actually passing away, and in the hospital for a couple of weeks. I had to leave my business, and my business totally fell apart because it wasn't a simple business. It didn't have, the tools put together, the done for you systems, or anything like that. I completely had to start over. But here, after taking off, after I hit gold at the end of May, and then hit the road and went and visited my kids and grandkids, really was able to enjoy that. And my business did not skip a beat. I mean, it just kept right on going. And Nick, I'm so thankful for you. I truly am. And really, the most exciting thing about this business that's so different from most everything I've seen is that the masses truly have just a real chance to succeed here. And many that have never had success ever before in the industry, we're seeing have the ability to be able to succeed here, and they're doing it. I mean, it's truly happening. So anyways, Nick, thank you so much for everything. I just absolutely am so grateful to be part of this company, but not only that, to be part of this specific team.
Wow, thank you so much, Tricia, for coming out and saying all that you had to say. One of my favorite parts was, what you were talking about at the end, is that the quote unquote average person can come in and win here and see results. And we're not just saying that. Typically in this industry, 1% or less than 1% of anybody ever hits the point where they can actually get a check from the company that pays them, at least as much as it costs them to get started. At LiveGood, we have, I think it's at least 30% or right around 30% of people are actually getting checks in a pretty, close time window, right? We've only been around for 6 months. But in most companies, they can be around for the lifetime of the company. And, it's like 1% or less than 1% of anybody is actually seeing any result at all. And so to see what we're seeing here is just proving itself out that we have a model that works for the masses, and for lots of different reasons. We are helping people here with team stuff, and helping people to kind of systematically grow, even if they take some time away. And that's one of my other favorite parts of Tricia's story of the last month or so, is that we're building businesses for the reason of being able to to do something with our lives that, you know, we can't do right now, either because we don't have the funds or we don't have the time or we don't have the freedom. And if our business at some point doesn't give us, you know, all three of those things, then, you know, what really kind of is the point, right? We could all just go and you know, work jobs or do whatever, and make money some other sort of way. But, you know, the whole point here is to be able to, you know, build something that can set us free. And actual, you know, I call wealth is being able to create time, money, and freedom all at the same time and do it simultaneously. And that's what we're doing here. And we're doing it at a scale, you know, like Trisha said, that has never been done. You know, there's no company has ever produced 5,000 brand new paychecks a week, or, you know, the bigger incomes in multiples per week. In the amount that we are doing it, especially when you look at a business that literally is 33 cents a day, it, you know, continues to blow me away. So, you know, thank you, Trisha, for highlighting those things. And thank you for being open with sharing your results and your story. And it really is, you know, a favorite story of mine that's come out in the, you know, our short history here, you know, as a job-free revolution, because it represents a lot of, you know, what we are trying to do here. And so it's a great story.
Hey, Nick, one more thing about Trish too, because she's been in companies. We've all been in Varsity we've all been in them. This is the end of the month. And the old company I was in, I'm still in their chat. I like to call it chat stalking, you know. I like to see what they're doing in there, you know, and stuff. But it's funny because I went on there today, notifications and stuff. And we all used to do it. And it's so nice that we don't have to do it anymore. Is if you've been in these companies, you know, you got to do it to get your money. And that is to push for the end of the month to tell everybody, get your products in, get the gal I was in with, she's still doing, and she's one of the top ones getting money, you know, top 1, 2, 3%. And she's in there today, you know, and then we text all night, you know, and stuff until the end of the month so we could get all that products in because you get paid on the products. I'm like Trish, I don't have to feel bad about the products anymore. I don't have to push, and I can just go and do what I want to, get my own products, tell people get their own products, and I don't have to worry about the end of the month. I just want to put that in there.
Yeah, I love that, Bob, because a lot of us have been there. And, you know, I think it was 10 or 11 years ago when I got out of the industry and I said I was leaving forever. That was one of the reasons, right? I just felt bad about, you know, pressuring people to buy stuff so that, like, I could meet some sort of qualification to get paid. Like, they didn't even need the products. The products were overpriced, and, you know, they were actually good products that I would pay for. I wouldn't want to pay the amount that we were paying, but, you know, the shame is that it actually was a good product. And so it was just, we were paying 3 times more for it than we were supposed to. But yeah, it feels like icky. It feels gross. It feels, you know, like you are taking advantage of people when, you know, you are forcing them sort of, you know, and we can't force people to do things, but, you know, when the model forces them to have to buy things that they don't need, that they probably can't afford, that they don't even want, that they're not going to take, just so that we can, you know, meet some sort of requirement, you know, in order to get paid. And so, I mean, the fact that we don't even have a requirement to get paid here is pretty crazy, right? But it makes it allows you, there's so much about what we do here that allows us to build with confidence, that allows us to build guilt-free, that allows us to, like, feel good about what we're doing. And I can't say it enough. I've never been in a company that was a win-win-win for everybody across the board. And I think that's why we are growing so quickly as people. It doesn't take much to see, you know, that you can't lose here. Your customers can't. If I was only a customer, I would be making $140 extra a month than I had before I got to LiveGood, because of what I save, because of the membership. The membership does save you, and the quality of the products inside of the membership are of the highest quality. Like that, it's a combination that's super hard to find. You know, usually, you know, the companies in this industry specifically will try to say, well, we got this berry from the top of a mountain where there's only this magical river that flows down to this magical lake that, you know, the magical fish eats the food, and then we get the magical berry from the fish, or just crazy stuff like that. And then they say, well, that's why it's $200. No, it's $200 because they're paying people through that product, right? So 20 people have to get paid on that $200 a month auto ship, you know, and that's why, you know, that's why it costs so much. But we can feel good that we actually have the highest quality at the lowest prices that I've seen. And again, it's not something that I just stumbled into. I was already taking a lot of this and researching a lot of this endlessly to make sure that, number one, I was getting the highest quality. But number two, I mean, yeah, I mean, nobody can just randomly spend as much money as they want to spend on stuff, right? And then nobody really, even if you can, you don't want to. And so we do have a win-win-win here, and it just feels good. And I'm really glad that more than anything out of this presentation in the second half here, that's kind of what's coming out, is that everybody is winning for one reason or the other, and it feels good to be in that kind of situation. So if we don't have any other questions or comments or whatever, I'm open to stay here for a little bit longer if you guys want to. Or I'm also willing to go to bed too. So I'll give you guys another second here, and if we don't have anybody wants to pop out, we will call it a wrap. And you know, while we're waiting here, I just want to say thank you to everybody. It means a whole lot to me that you guys are saying the things that you're saying, not just about the company that we're in, but you know, the team and the people here, and about what we're doing and the mission. And it all matters, and it's all important. And I'm just grateful. Like I said, I like to build a business and build it with people that I would actually want to hang out with, that I'd want to do dinner with, that I'd want to go on vacation with, that if I somehow got stranded on an island with, you know, it would be fun. And all you guys on here, you know, that I know are that. And just want to say thank you for that. And with that, we'll call it a wrap, guys. Thanks again. Love and appreciate you guys. Love God, love people, and I will see you guys on the next one. Take care.